In this video, we will see how to build APIs using Laravel 12. Okay, so if I go to the directory structure and show you, so we have only two types of routes available here. That is the console and the web route. Okay, these are the route files that are available. So what we need to do first is we need to install the API routings for this. So I have copied the command. Okay, so this command will install the API route file into a PHP application. Okay, so I'll go to the Docker, my Docker. So if you have not seen my Docker tutorial, you can go to my previous tutorials and watch it. So I'll go to this application here, and then I will go to this. No, this is the MySQL container. So I'll go back to the application, and this is my PHP application container which is running. Okay, and then I will execute this command over here, that is PHP artisan install API. So once I click on enter, so this would install the latest API routes into my files. You can see that the files have been installed, and if we go to editor and can see that the API route is now available to us. Okay, so this is how we install it, and then what we'll do is now what we'll do is if we go ahead, so let's create some custom APIs in this application. So I'm going to use news.io.data. So we'll have the third party APIs, meaning we'll pull the data from this API, and we will also store this data into our database. Okay, for countries, I'm going to use the list of countries. Okay, so if you go here and you can see that so we can see that the list of countries, these are the list of countries and the country codes. Okay, and then we have categories. So these are the categories that are available, and then we have languages. Okay, so just below this we could see languages here. So this will have list of languages. So what I'll do is I'll create three tables for this into our database, and let's store the data. Okay, so these are the commands that I created to create these tables. So our first table will be countries. So I'm going to go ahead here in the Docker file, Docker container. I'm going to run this command, create countries table. Okay, so this will create a migration file into a application. If you go ahead and go to database and see migrations over here, you will be able to see this migration that has been created. Okay, so next what we will do is we'll create the other migrations, that is we'll create a migration for categories table. So we will go ahead here and we will paste this command over here, and this should create our categories migration as well. Okay, and we'll also copy this by the time it creates the migration file. And now we go here and we paste this here. Okay, and this will create us the languages table. Okay, okay, we have created these three migrations. So you can, if you go to the editor, and you can see that these three migrations have been created. Okay, language, categories, and countries. Okay, so let's open the editor and add the migration, add the column names to the language table. So we have this language tables here. So let's add this. Okay, we will also add the soft deletes here. We'll save this. Okay, now let's add migration. Let's add columns to the categories table. So if we go here and we'll just replace this with this. So this will add categories and it will also add the soft deletes. So our categories will have name and it will be unique and we will add soft delete here. So we'll just copy this. Okay, this would be the soft delete part. This will be the drop table part. Okay, now once we do this, now let's go to our countries table, countries migration. Okay, here once we go here, we should add this here. So the name and the code will be unique and this will enable the soft delete. Okay, once we have this migration set up, okay, so let us run the table, let us run these migrations like we'll use PHP artisan command to run. So we'll go PHP, PHP, artisan migrate. Okay, if I enter this, we should see the tables getting created into our database. Okay, there is some error coming here. Okay, here what we need to do is we need to provide the database connection in .env file. So right now it is using this. So I'll have to comment this and provide connection details from a .env file. So in the .env of Docker, we have used, if you see the Docker file uh, that we are using this connection from the Docker. So in the Docker file, so I'm also using the same connection over here. Okay, so I'll be using Docker file connection here. So if I go ahead and show you the .env file, if I go to Laravel application, there is a .env file here, and this the Laravel application is coming from the Laravel dash application folder. So here is the actual database connection and the username and the password. So I'll be using this, okay, in my .env file of the Laravel application. And now I'll run the command php artisan migrate. Let's see what happens here, else we'll have to roll back. Yeah, I'm still getting errors here for the language table. Okay, okay. What was causing the issue was the create part. So we can see that in categories there is a create here, and in languages there is a table. So let's use create here so that it creates the language table. Okay, so let's save this and let's reset the migrations. So I'm going to use this command to reset it. This will reset it. So all the tables will be resetted now. And then And then what we'll do is we will rerun the migration, that is PHP artisan, okay, PHP artisan migrate. So now we should be able to see the migrations. So let it, okay, you can see all the tables have been created. Now if I refresh this, you can see the language table has been created, the countries table has been created, and the categories table has been created. So this is how we do migrations, and we have set up API routes. So in the next video, we'll insert some data, that is the seeders data into the database, into these tables like countries, categories, and languages. So thanks for watching, guys, and comment if any you guys if you have any queries.